Hello everyone, this is Ajay and today we are going to understand what exactly is a modem, okay? And why do we require it? So let us begin. A modem is basically a modulation, okay? It's a modulation slash demodulation, okay? Demodulation. Now, that's the, full form basically. That's MO taken from demodulation and DEM taken from demodulation. So that's modem. Now, why do we require and what is modulation and demodulation? We are going to understand. Now, please understand we require to, okay, to connect to the internet, basically, okay, to the internet. That's the reason why we require a modem connect to the internet. Now, let me just slide this up a bit. And now we are going to understand the modulation and demodulation. Okay, it is modulation and demodulation. So please understand that computer, suppose this is a computer, okay, it is a digital machine. First, it is a digital machine. And so it only understand the digital signals. Okay. Digital signals. Digital signals are in the form of 0 and 1. And the signal looks like something like this. Okay. This is how the signal looks like. Okay. So the low is 0, high is 1, 0, 1, 0. This is how the digital signal looks like. And when we connect to the internet, basically the data is carried through the telephone lines. Okay. Now, telephone lines are basically the cable wires. Okay. These are cable wires. So these are like the wires, and these wires carry signal in form of analog. Okay. This is an analog signal, digital signal and analog. Now, analog signal are in form of a wave like this. Okay. This is how the analog signal looks like. Okay, so there is a difference between a digital signal and an analog signal. So the data gets carried through the wires, through the telephone network in form of analog signal. A computer is a digital, carries the digital signal. So digital to analog, we need some converter. That converter is basically our modem. So what happens is this is a computer. Okay, this is a computer. And from the computer, we have the digital signal. Okay, the digital signal. Okay, this digital signal is taken by a device that is our modem. Okay, and then this digital signal is converted into analog signal. So that's the work of a modem. So when a digital signal is converted to analog signal, that is called as modulation. After converting the digital signal to analog, it transfers that data to telephone line or through the wire. Understand? Okay. Now, basically, internet is about transferring data from one computer to another computer. That is what internet is all about. So we normally access the data from a server, or we are posting some data, so it goes to the server. So from one computer to another computer. So basically, if the data is transferred from one computer, it is going to get received by another computer. So this is the another computer, imagine. Okay. And over here also, there is a modem between. Okay. And what happens is this analog signal. Now, this wire carries the analog, okay, the analog signal. Now, this analog signal is received by this modem, okay, over here. And then what it does is this analog signal, because this is a digital machine, right? This analog signal gets converted to digital signal. Okay, so that's the receiving end. At the receiving end, analog signal will be again converted back to the digital signal, and that is called as demodulation. That is called as demodulation. So when we convert from digital to analog, it is called as modulation. And when we convert again back from analog signal to digital, it is called as demodulation. So it is in digital form, then it gets received by the digital machine, and then the further processing takes place. So this is the whole thing why we require a modem and what exactly is a modulation and a demodulation and why we require it. Modulation will convert the computer data, the digital signal into analog and then transfer it through the wire, and then at the receiving end, again, that analog data gets converted to the digital signal and then it is, goes to that digital machine. So this is the whole thing why we require a modem and what exactly is a modulation and a demodulation. I hope now the entire thing of a modem and modulation and demodulation is now clear to you. So we will meet in the next video. And if you find these videos helpful, so do subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.